Alright, so it's time to start the reassembly of my Mercury 2-stroke 9.9 horsepower carburetor. I ordered a rebuild kit off of Amazon just because this is going to be my backup carburetor. If this was going to be the one that I'm running all the time, I probably would have spent the extra dough on the Quicksilver kit. So far the Amazon, it comes with some parts that I don't really need. Like these gaskets here, these are not gaskets that was in my particular carburetor. This is not the right mounting gasket. So you're going to have some parts in here that may or may not fit your application. So like this is the diaphragm and the fuel pump that mine has in it. And I've seen some other ones where they have this one. Anyway, with that being said, I think I've got the ones that I need sorted out here. Comes with a new needle, new plug, new ball bearing, new diaphragm, of course, diaphragm gasket for the primer. So let's go ahead and start on that. Let's start with the bowl first. If you look down in here, you're going to see that's where a little BB goes. So the kit came with a new BB, so I'll go ahead and put that in there. And after that, we're going to grab our new plug with a new gasket and also new spring. So this spring drops down inside. Oops, lost my gasket. Lost it again. Spring goes down inside like that. Try to hold it together. Make sure that spring seats down on that BB properly. And we can go ahead and tighten this down. Although, so far, no, it's going. There we go. Definitely not threading as nicely as the OEM one. Wondering if I shouldn't be using that one. So we're going to go wrist tight on this. Remember, you're threading into aluminum, so you don't want to over tighten. One thing I want to mention, the reason I'm doing the primer first is because if you put the bowl on the carburetor and then you try to do the diaphragm, you can see this screw right here is really hard to get to. So you want to do the primer pump, diaphragm, whatever you want to call it, before you put the bowl on. All right, so spring, gasket, then we need the cover. One thing about the cover for this primer pump is that you're going to see a little weep hole right here, and I highly recommend you put the weep hole facing out like this, because you can do it this way, but if your diaphragm ever fails like mine did, it's going to come out this weep hole, and you're going to want to come out this side where it's visible so you can actually see where it's coming from. So let's put our diaphragm on the cover. Nope, I got my weep hole backwards. There we go. And we're just going to try to hold on to it here. Sorry, I got that off camera a little bit. There we go. So now we need 4 short screws like these. I'm just going to snug this one down just to hold it for a second. I'm not going to torque it. I'm just going to hold it down. Make sure everything's lined up here. Everything looks good. Okay, I think it looks good. I'm not sure why my diaphragm went bad on this primer pump. I don't run ethanol fuel. I've always ran non-ethanol. You can see where it got some tears in it. I'm just snugging these for now. And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna tighten them kind of a crisscross pattern. Again, just kind of wrist tight. You don't want to overdo it. Remember, you're threading into aluminum. Aluminum can be a little bit on the soft side. Seems to work nicely. Okay, our bowl is done. So what should we do next? Let's do our mixture screw. Needle, whatever you want to call it. It comes with a new one. Looks pretty nice. Go ahead and get that started. Then you're going to need a flat blade screwdriver. And I'm going to push this in all the way. Very gently until it stops. We don't want to, again, over torque it. Just, there we go. We feel a little bit of resistance right there. And then we're going to come out 1.5 turns. So there's half, 1, 1/2. That should be a good starting point for our mixture screw. You can fine tune this when you're out on the water and you're full throttle under load. I believe that's the correct way to do it. All right, well, let's start the fuel pump assembly next. Let me double check I got the correct gasket here. I believe this is the one I need to start. Let's compare it to the original. Yeah, yep, that's looks to be the one that I need. So we'll go ahead and lay that gasket down. This can be a little bit tricky, trying to get everything laid down nice and flat and even, and then trying to hold it in place. Then we're going to take our plastic base here. Oh yeah, now I remember what one of these springs is for. I'm just going to reuse the OEM spring right here. Now there's little locating tabs right here that fit here and here. And you'll kind of feel and hear it kind of click into place. Maybe. There we go. There. Make sure our base gaskets, yep, looks good. Now, needle, brand new needle, drops in right here. Now we can do our float. And now we can put down our new bowl gasket, like so. Make sure you get that seated down in there properly, otherwise it'll leak. We got our main jet all cleaned out along with a new gasket. So now we should be able to put our bowl on. This is going to be a 13 millimeter. And again, you're threading into aluminum, so just wrist tight is plenty. Yeah. That's pretty much all there is to it.